against Princeton. The day started with Jishan Liang taking on Damian Provost. And Provost able to salvage game 3, Matt, but it was an impressive performance from Jishan overall.
Nishant Labaka was really amazing for the Revolution. I think the Revolution have played so well in a number of matches. I mean, this doubles and Prashepa following up with the win here against Tim. They were both two very strong performances that really helped prop the team up and present them with a good opportunity coming into this last match between Desantalan and Kazaku. I mean, they had an opportunity, as I said, to close out the Chicago Wind from having a chance to come out on top. So they've kind of dodged there, but
see how it unfolds. 1 point for these two players. Wong was tentative for some time, and then he takes care of the winner. Chicago on the board, back within 2. And now it's Jishan Liang and Damian Provost. Now Provost won the last game they played, but Jishan took 2 out of 3 over Damian in the first singles spot earlier today.
Jishan, again, really trying to focus on being prepared for the Golden Game. He didn't really raise the bar and play as well in it yesterday, where he faced off with Mark Duran and only took, I think, 1 out of 7 or 1 out of 8 points. He knows he needs to do more today for the team.
They split the points on Jishan's serve. Provost, chance to tie it up if he can win both points. Wow. That Jishan forehand has some firepower to it. TNT.
Look at the curve on that as well. Just cracked space-time.
Shows you got some pop for the backhand too. Jishan takes 3 out of 4 from Provost. And now Prashepa versus Kazaku. Back in November, these two played a match in Chicago. Prashepa won 2 games to 1.
If you're going bombs against Matthew, he's great.
Picked up a little of Eric Owens' mic there. He's giving a little pep talk to Daniele Pinto ahead of the next matchup.
Well, Prashepa was dominant in the Golden Game yesterday, Matt, but it's Kazaku taking 3 straight from the Revolution on the Wind's behalf here. 1 more could tie it up. Prashepa able to salvage the final point and keep the Revolution in front.
Doesn't he just seem worn out, Kazaku, in the Golden Game?
Exhausted.
This is going to be really interesting because I don't know how confident Pinto is playing against defenders, but he's certainly going to have more time to get onto his forehand.
Well, he said he wanted to play some AB players. Here we go. Two miss hits from Pinto. Desantalan creating separation for Princeton. Pinto brings Chicago within 2.
Really interesting to see Pinto playing slower with the forehand. We're used to seeing him going kind of full tilt against the topspin. And remember, we saw Angie Tan take a win in the singles over Nishant Labaka at the cross division. Now we'll see how Emily Tan does.
Yeah. The Tan sisters have had their way with Labaka.
The pressure is on. And against that flat-hitting style of Nishant Labaka, putting Emily Tan up, not a bad decision from Coach Eric Owens.
3 in a row for Emily Tan, brings Chicago into the lead for the first time in this Golden Game.
Labaka's definitely in the pressure spot in this Team Golden Game.
Wong and Guan are up next.
He'll take one. Things are tied up. It's 10 points each as we start off the second round of matchups in the Golden Game.
So the 3-0 lead is gone. This is basically 0-0 game to 11.
This time, Tim Wong and Angela will play 4 points instead of just the 1.
Angela Guan goes on the attack after the net ball. And I don't think she's going to apologize too much for winning the point. We talked about how Princeton was down in the standings behind Florida by 14 points going into today. Obviously, the Crocs are coming up against Carolina. If Princeton can win this Golden Game, for the moment, they would be in second place, 1 point ahead of the Crocs. Guan takes 3 out of 4.
Smile on the face there, Jishan, as he steps onto the court and gives.
There's a lot of pressure in these situations. Emily Tan takes 3 out of 4 from Labaka, and then Guan takes 3 out of 4 from Wong. Liang and Provost back to the table.
Smart play from Provost. There's some pressure on him here. He's got to shut down Jishan and help the Chicago win get back into this. Jishan unloads the big forehand.
These are such massive points to kind of set the direction of the two teams' spring seasons. Winner of this Golden Game will have their team at 2-0 this weekend and in great position to challenge the Florida Crocs for second place and the final playoff spot in the East. That'll be determined over the next couple months of competition. Damian Provost has tied it up again, 14-all.
Everything's on the line. Would you expect any less from these two teams than to go absolutely at each other's throats in this Golden Game?
Kazaku had Przeppa's number earlier. Picks up where he left off, Matt. Timeout, Princeton.
Princeton Revolution will have a little conversation. They made every timeout count. This defense has played impressive. Remember, it's
backhand in point distance. Upstream hit. And then you wait in point. Because one I lose cut and it's now bounce. The first one, you remember? And I think I make very cut his backhand. Okay. Try to this, it will be half long and then you play with direction. Okay, good. Yeah, you must feel good with it. Yeah. Okay.
Przeppa back to the table, trailing by 1. Serve goes back to Kazaku at 15 apiece.
You know what? I really feel like this is going to go to a golden point. I just have a feeling, tingling away in my spine, that this could go all the way down to the wire.
Kazaku with a chance to take 3 out of 4 over Przeppa for the second time in this golden game. But he's long with the forehand. Przeppa caught the edge of the table to stay alive. The 2-2 split, 16 all. De Santillan versus Pinto. Now Daniele struggled with De Santillan's spin in the previous foursome. Embracing the Kazaku strategy from the second half of their singles match.
I think he executed it perfectly. You could see how much ground De Santillan had to cover. And that no spin push variation with the long pips of De Santillan. Things tie up at 17 points each.
Princeton back in front.
There's going to be so much pressure on Nishant Labaka going into this next matchup. I cannot imagine what he's thinking out there right now.
Big point for Pinto.
18 points each.
18. Labaka versus Tan. If it's 20 all, it's going to be Wong versus Guan that will decide it. Labaka with a flummoxing serve to earn a point against Emily. Princeton by 1.
19 serving 18, and a timeout called on the Chicago Wings.
Timeout Chicago.
You did great. Relax.
What was good, and it's normal, the first part, you had the contact was more calm, okay? Make sure you are close from the ball, calm contact. He has the pressure. Has the pressure. You play good, it's 3-1 for you. Anyway, you did great, okay? You have nothing to do, he has something. So, close from the ball and then ready. And then you put many balls.
Ready? Go for your shot.
Come on, finish.
19 all. There have only been 5 ultimate golden points where it's 2020 next point wins in the 54 golden games in MLTT history. Will we see another? Oh, Labaka sets up Princeton for match point. How about Labaka turning the tide? He lost 3 of the 4 earlier in the golden game. If he can take 3 out of 4 now, he will win it for his team. Tan has the serve. And it's over. Tan went for the big backhand and it would not find the table. Princeton prevails for the second day in a row with a thrilling golden moment.